You're listening to the Jay Bird Watching Podcast, the official podcast of jaysjournal.com and fansided.com. We are the official ballroom chat for everything Toronto Blue Jays baseball, from game highlights to rumors and all the stuff in between. Here's your host, Craig Borden, with co-hosts Jason Lyons and Liz McGuire. Now let's talk some Toronto Blue Jays baseball.
Evening, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to another time of, I'll just say, afternoon card rips, because we get to talk weird time today because there's all sorts of things going on, because there's TikTok bans that are all of a sudden not TikTok bans anymore. I got my other podcast has got to be to this week because of the Buffalo Bills game. We needed to be on Monday night. So we're going to be all sorts all over the place. But tonight, or this afternoon, we actually have, boom, more packs from our blaster box here. The bigger question is, are we going to be able to top this guy from last week? We have the print plate card, 1 of 1, Jose Altuve. So that was our big win from last week out of this exact box. So the idea would be, can we top Mr. Jose Altuve? And as I mentioned before, it's going to be a little rough because Jose Altuve, I can't wait to get rid of that and get it graded because I hate him as a player. But it is what it is. So on that note, we got more packs as we're going to go through the rest of this box over the next couple of weeks. But we got some other stuff here that we're going to talk to too. So we got more cards here. We're going to get going and get ripping on the hardest to open baseball card packs of all time. They still can't believe how much of a pain in the butt these are to open up. So thank you, Tops. Let's try not to cheat here. Get that out of the way. We're going to start off with some silver in the background. There you go. So let's get you down there where you can see here. So we got a Brian Reynolds right off the bat. That's a cool card. Like Brian Reynolds. I wish he was a Blue Jay. And there's Oslevis Misabe. I've heard of this kid. I haven't seen him play, but I've heard of him. Wade Boggs, the Chicken Man. For all those of you that don't know why I'm calling him the Chicken Man, it's actually quite simple. This man, he used to eat lemon chicken before every ball game. You talk about baseball players and superstitions. Wade Boggs is 100% one of those guys. And actually, he goes by the Chicken Man on social media now. So that's really cool. We're going to get Mitch Garver, former Twin. Mackenzie Gore. He's kind of figured out a little bit, Mackenzie Gore. It's been nice to see over the last year that Mackenzie's actually starting to look a little bit like a player that we might have expected from him. And we're going to get our first framed one. Oh, I like it. We're going to get a silver refractor of Mr. David Wright. It's pretty cool to see right off the bat. That's a top shelf find right there. We're going to get the rookie card of Colt Keith. I like this kid. I think he's going places. We'll see. And we're going to get another rookie card. There you go. That's really cool. The old Topps 93s framed with Evan Carter, David Wright, and Colt Keith. Like I said, those two on the top, making it the shelf. So let's see if I can get them actually on the top shelf here in the camera view. Waiting for my mat to show up. I feel like these ones are all easier to open up on the bottom. They kind of already are butted open a little bit. Okay, there we go. Kyle Mazzardo. Kyle Mazzardo has actually been looking really good in the minor leagues, so we're going to put him right up on the top shelf next to these other youngsters as we get the Topps archive going. Another one. Wow. Rookie card night. Henry Davis. And we're going to get the man that just recently apologized without apologizing, Sammy Sosa. Does everybody remember the trot? Hits the home run. Gets out there. Really, really cool. Sammy. Also actually going to be inducted to the Cubs Baseball Hall of Fame. So there you go. Daryl. How many of you have seen that Simpsons episode? It's the only guy left standing. Daryl Strawberry. Christian Yelich. I feel bad for Christian Yelich and all of our friends in the Brewers community. Obviously losing the great one that is Bob Uecker this past week. All our best wishes and everybody to Mr. Baseball's family and friends. Ooh, there you go. Jose Ramirez. And what is this Wrecking Crew card? I like that. Very cool. Cleveland Guardians. Let's see what's on the back before we get to the nifty card. I like it. We're gonna put him right there next to the as we get back. There you go, Blue Jays fans. The man that unfortunately is once again end up a LA Dodger. Along with everybody else. I'm very upset with the transpirings of the Roque Sasaki stuff over the last week, especially when the Blue Jays make I'll say the dumbest trade in the world without having Roque Sasaki in town on that one whole thing. So you don't take Miles Straw's money on without having something in hand. I'm waiting for the suspicion to come out. And there's your Hall of Famer, Billy Williams, Cubs. Let's play two. I know I got the guy wrong, but to that point, that's just still my favorite Cubbies saying, other than raise the flag or Bill Murray. Still think it's hilarious that he was actually like basically part of that whole playoff World Series push a few years ago. Rip, rip, rip. 9 of you, I see you. Hit us up in the chat. Let us know what you're up to. Who do you think's going to football games today? JT Realmuto. Solid card. There's the man, Mad Max. And we're going to get a pink frame. Wilson Contreras. There's a nice solid one. And the man, the myth, the legend, the one that's actually started, I'll say, this movement. Mookie Betts. Andrew Vaughn. Ooh, there he is. The Sultan of SWAT, the King of Crash. Pick a name here. Sandlot fans out there, we just pulled the Babe Ruth. There you go. And we're going to get Patrick Bailey. Not so rookie card anymore, but Patrick Bailey has obviously been having a decent start to his major league career. And we're going to get Trey Turner on the old school 93 or 94 tops frame. Really cool. Babe Ruth standing out. I think that David Wright's our best player we've picked so far, outside of maybe the Babe, but that is the insert card, obviously, with the David Wright. That's the cool part about that one. So the few of you that I have in live chat here tonight, this afternoon, I keep thinking it's this evening, as I usually do this in the afternoon, or in the evening, not the afternoon. Ooh, the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Let me know what you think if you want to hang out with me. I actually have a couple of boxes of cards that I got from a family friend that he wants me to go through them and start grading possibilities and stuff like that. Hey, we got our first Blue Jay out of all this stuff. We had a Boba last week, but that's an actual current. Actually played last season. There you go. Jose Barrios and the City Connect. Everybody's very underrated. Trey Lipscomb playing with the Rochester Red Wings hopefully this year, and then maybe the Nats. More rookies. Brian Ramos. And who we got here? That's got to be Jordan Lawler. There you go. Jordan Lawler, new breed rookie card. I like Jordan Lawler, the way he plays the game. Looking forward to seeing what he does with his career. So we get former Rochester Red Wing, Minnesota Twin, Byron Buxton. What do y'all think that his season looks like if he actually stays healthy? That's the thing that just drives me wild about watching Byron Buxton. You know, I'm just out of curiosity. Let's go to the back of the baseball card. Yeah, he hasn't played triple-digit games and has missed out close the last couple of years. He's only played the half a season the last few years. So, okay, gonna get Sandy Koufax for all you Dodgers fans, and then we're gonna end with I always loved Johan Santana. I might actually have this Topps card like this with Johan Santana. Might have been when he was with the Mets that final year of his career, though. Got two more packs. I see 16 of you joining me. I'm much appreciating it. Hopefully, you found us on Instagram, or our wonderful favorite spot is obviously for the Jaybird watching is our Twitter/X account. We had the most fun with the Blue Jays community on that, so we greatly appreciate it. Did you guys catch our show last week with Travis Snyder, aka the Lunchbox Hero, Blue Jay outfielder? We had a great time, and if you just saw the clips that were floating around on the internet before this, I highly recommend checking out the one about him talking about how he hit the home run with a fake mustache. It was a very Happy Gilmore-ish like record, in my opinion, because it sounds very much in the ballpark of, hey, guess what? I'm the only guy that tried to take off my skate and stab somebody was what that whole conversation reminded me of while we were talking to Travis Snyder with Happy Gilmore. But obviously, Cito Gaston being such an influence on that team, they all did the eye black mustaches, and Travis forgot to wipe his off, and he hits a home run. So as we get out of Lopez, former Blue Jay, Mitch Keller, he's had a pretty sneaky good season or his career so far with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Then we're going to get another Emmett Sheehan, and all these other great young arms for the Dodgers. Where the hell are they going to play? They got Rokoke Sasaki now. It just blows my mind what that rotation could look like. They have no idea what they're going to put together. Tarek Skubal, probably the best pitcher in baseball right now. Gotta get him on the top shelf here as I'm running out of space. Guys, work with me. And we're going to get, oh, there you go. My nephew's favorite, Aaron Judge. Hurts to say. Gonna have to start stacking over here. Let's, sorry, Billy. I'm going to cover you. And then we're going to get you own the game, Bryce Harper. There you go. What is this? This almost looks like a contest card. Owning the game card. He led one top 2023 RBI men. It's interesting that they put 2023 stats on here, but I guess when the mints are getting ready for these Topps archives for 2024, even though the season was over when they released, makes sense that they have to have something else to be able to get that going. And we got a Jordan Westburg rookie, a decent start at that whole thing, third base. And then we're going to end with Brunel Blanco. I believe Brunel got into the majors last year. A couple of rookies. Stacking rookie cards today. Last pack. Tap on the hat for a little extra luck. And for the Bills fans, if you haven't noticed, I'm having fun with my Zubas hat today. Just trying to make sure we are ready and get the hey going a little early because we got a hell of a matchup against the Baltimore Ravens this evening at 6:30. Hence the reason we're having a little fun with baseball cards early and goofing around. But yeah, if anyone wants to see some vintage cards and wants to hang out, I will more than happily do that. Ooh, there you go. Assuming he actually ever starts hitting at the major league level, we got a Jason Dominguez rookie card. There's another good one for us to put to the top shelf. And we got a Christian Encarnacion Strand. Had a very good season with the Reds last year. Michael Bush. Dylan Cease. No hitter this past year. This makes me wonder what the heck is going to go on with the arms race this year with the Dodgers doing what they just did. Nolan Gorman, part of the rebuild that's going on in Kansas City. And we're going to get, I love it. The best pitchers in baseball. Zach Wheeler on the pink frame. Loving it. That's really cool. As we're going to get, I thought that was Rafael Devers there for a second. Got just enough room there. Sneak another row in. I'm going to get Masaka Yoshida. And the last card is going to be Kerry Carpenter. Motor City Madman a little bit. Very cool. Surprised that's not a rookie card. But Yoshida's actually not a bad one. We're going to put it in there. So that was Friday night, or Saturday. I don't even know what day it is. Sunday pack rips. I'm going to clean up a little bit, but you're all welcome to hang out. Like I said, I got some Topps cards here that are in a box. I haven't been opened yet, other than I looked inside and I couldn't believe they look like they're brand new out of the machine almost. Very, very interesting if y'all want to hang out, chit chat while we do that. It is an old Topps set. Who's everybody got in the Bills game? Is everybody going to be on my team? As we pack this stuff up, I see more people coming in, so I'm going to hang out for a little longer. Like I said, going to have a vintage box that we can start diving into if anybody wants to just hang out. Because I was just planning on ripping these packs and then was going to get back to putting more stuff on our eBay account so you all can have some more fun finding the things that we've been having. So it's good stuff. But I need some people to hit me up in the comments. You guys are leaving me dry. Got 19 of you in the live right now as we start, pouching some of these better cards up. Anybody. Evan Carter, get you all set. I loved watching Colt Keith for the Tigers this postseason. That was so much fun to watch him actually do what he did. Very, very cool stuff. I miss Teoscar horribly. I really, truly wish the Blue Jays found some way of coaxing him away from the Dodgers, but that was the problem with everybody this year. Blue Jays were always the bridesmaids, never the actual bride, right? Get Zach here. This card's a little off center, but that's the problem with some of these old cards where they try to do them the old-fashioned way and mix in the pink refractors and stuff like that. But we did pretty good on the refractors tonight. Nothing numbered like we did last week with that Jose Altuve. And for anybody that didn't tune in early enough, that guy right there is what we got last week, the print plate card for Jose Altuve, 1/1 found in this hobby box. Really, really cool. I have had no luck finding any comparisons to that card online to even have a ballpark idea how much I should be listing that for. It's just all over the place. Not many of them out there. Obviously, 1/1s. Every one of them I've ever seen is a 1/1, but they're also not, as much as I hate saying this, you all heard me say it, as a future Hall of Famer like Jose Altuve. That one hurts to say a ton. Guess we got a bag of Babe Ruth here with the penny sleeve, at least. I guess everybody here left is worthy of a penny sleeve, at least. Yeah, I got to grab that box here when I get these all out of the way, because I got 2 boxes from a friend that he used to clean up houses. And these were, for some reason, left behind in the demolition. He found them brand new, or the box was untouched. They were in the corner of the house. He hasn't looked at them in years. Who knows what we're going to find in there, but it looked like it was kind of like just the beginning of the junk wax era in baseball cards. Unfortunately, it is the junk wax era, so there will be probably not a ton of, not going to find a Mickey Mantle rookie card in there or a Honus Wagner smoke card or anything like that as we wrap up the king of this junk wax era, that is Mr. Ken Griffey Jr., the kid. I'm really liking these Topps archives, though. I think this might be one of my wonderful new sets that I got to start collecting. Obviously, I like the base sets. Always been more of a Topps Stadium Club fan because of the mix with the new and the old. But in the midst of the new and the old, it's nice to be able to talk on this show. Get you all some, if there's any youngsters listening, get you some cool people to look at, like we were talking about Tony Gwynn and Cal Ripken last week. One of the coolest retirement pairings in all Major League Baseball history. Then we get things like the Jose Altuve card, like we were talking about. Go from there. Let me clean this up and get those boxes. He's got it. So, got the sleeve. This is how we found it in the house. He just knows I've been getting into baseball cards, and I'm into baseball cards, or however you want to put it. Always had them. Definitely gotten back into the hobby over the last year and a half or so. I blame Brian Parrott because he's been on our podcast a few times. These were the ones he showed me right off the bat that he had like in a wallet that was mixed in. But Roberto Clemente, but obviously a little dinged up. And Eddie Murray with a actual crease in the middle of it. And then the Willie Mays off center and pretty beat up. But those are his favorite cards that when he was a kid. So he had to have them around. I don't blame him one bit. So this is where it got interesting, is he was wondering if this was actually top stadium club's first year, and he has all sorts of stuff. I think this is what he was. Yeah, those are definitely the old top stadium club cards from here, there. But let's take a peek and see what's in this section. It's all mixed. It looks like. Ooh, we're gonna probably get some 92 tops. Yeah, 1992 tops. So right off the bat, we've got Wade Taylor. Trying to find a nice way to keep the box out of the way here and be able to show you all what's going on. Brett Saberhagen, Dave Martinez. Oh, I love Kirby Puckett. You tell me that's not an awesome smile. That's almost like up there with our friend Jay Jackson that was on the show for Blue Jaybird watching a few weeks ago. Love Kirby Puckett. Here's a fun one, seeing Larry Walker playing first base for the Expos. How often did you see that in his Hall of Fame career? This has got fourth year. Bob Scallon, Joe Suzeski, Kelly Downs, Dan Pascal. It's got a draft pick here. Al Shirley. Mike Hargrove, manager. Ended up being a very good man for the Indians in that time frame. The dynasty that never was. Paul Ferris, Jack Clark. It's all facing the same way, so we can eventually get this numbers and see what we got for a set. Teddy Hagura, Al Espinoza, Fernando Vina, killer, Albert Bell, and home run monster. And we're going to flip things around, it looks like, for how many cards? A lot of cards. Buck Rogers, Rob McCants, Mike Elderetti, Juan Samuel. Dodgers fans will remember that name. A lot of key home runs for them. Walter Terrell, Michael Bordick. Blue Jays fans should know him from playing him so many years. So with the Orioles at the end of his years a lot. Oscar Acura, Bob Walk, Rob Murphy, Mike Fetters, Mel Hall, Herm Willing, Jeff Montgomery, Jack Quirk, Danny Cox. There's former Blue Jay Danny Cox. Blue Jays fans. 1993 World Series. Cito brought him in hoping he would get some guys out. Not so much. Jesse Barfield. Love Jesse. We've tried to get you on the show many a times, Mr. Barfield. Maybe some of your friends will let us get us hooked up with you now. Will Thompson. This guy was one of those pesky hitters back in the day. Great. Bruce Hurst. Jay Howell. Stuck there. Scott Livingston, Randy Reddy, Rob Dibble. Any fans of MLB The Show? I think that's the one that's from this year. This year's show. Cannon of an arm for a reliever. Rob Ducey, Blue Jay. Lonnie Smith beat us in '92. Buck Showalter with the Yankees. They don't do manager cards much anymore. Johnny Hill, Phil Plantier, Charlie Hayes, Chris Sable, Edgar Martinez. Look how young he is. Still got hair. Evers rookie? No. 5th-year card. Hall of Famer, though. Jay Puna. That might be a rookie. Nope. David Segui. Got to throw Puna down there. Greg Vaughn. Loved watching Greg Vaughn mash home runs. Oh, and then we're going to get to some of these. This is what I know is in the other box. Is the wood frame tops from 1987. So, Greg Sundell, Big P. Incapicia. There you go. Future star, Rafael Palmeiro. Oh, it's so beat up. Out of all the cards that have beat up in this box, it's Bo Jackson. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Sorry, Fred. That would have been the one right there that would have made this box worth a ton. We're going to pull that aside. Ken Daniels, the other one that's beat up pretty badly here. Tom Berninsky. That sucks. That, like I said, that would have been the the card of cards to have in this box would have been the Bo Jackson would be 87 tops. Look at that. Does everybody remember getting these with a loaf of bread? These are like pristine, of course, instead of the Bo Jackson. That guy right there, Wade Boggs, Chicken Man again, like we were talking about earlier. Roger Clemens and Tom Glavine. Robin Ventura and Matt Williams. That's some cool stuff with the French's cards. The Rocket. You messaged him about coming on the show the other day, too. Tom Glavine, Barry Larkin. Ooh, Jeff Bagwell, second year card. Rookie Masters, all-star rookie. That is teammate Luis Gonzalez. George Brett. Great smile. Ooh, Barry Bonds with the Pirates. It's amazing how many years he still played with the Pirates. This is a 1992 baseball card, and there's 6 years on here. Full seasons. And just to put this in perspective on why he should be in the Hall of Fame, regardless of this conversation, 6 seasons, already 142 home runs on this card. That's why. All right, let's flip some of these over. Oh, well, that's the whole stack backwards. Kirk McClaskey. I'm going to put that over here so I can start sorting some of these. Max Sassy. Charlie Huff. Ken Batiste. Pat Kelly. Al Davis. Pete O'Brien. Kevin Haas. Mark Lemke. Oh, sorry. Who's that Guzman? David Justice. John Canarati. Kevin Brown. Sneaky great player. Danny Jackson. There's Dwayne Ward. Party Kids. Scott Erickson. Roy McClennan. Brian Smith. Payne Kabili again. Oh, we're going to just change brands. Got Mark Cameron. Doug Henry. Lee Soho. There's a Mark McGuire of this brand. That's a cool one. 92. That's got to be pretty close to his rookie card. 4th year in. Put that one aside for the time being. Harold Reynolds. Look at that smile. Still like it on MLB Network. Ken Griffey Sr. Some good cards. Those two over here with Mark. Sid Bream. Storm Davis. Not just an awesome baseball name. Daniel Lewis. Buck Black. Or Bud Black, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Scott Sanderson. There's Dwight Goodman. I think this is Mr. Brian Parap's favorite cards, he said. The Leafs. Dwight Gooden. Miss you, buddy. The ball as well. Sean Dunston. Definitely no sense of that in here. Ooh. It's a pretty good Sean Seaver. Corner's a little matted up. Put that one aside. It's Craig Biggio. 3rd, 4th year. You're going to get a random marble card in here. Blah. Put these fits over with the others. Paul McLean, Dan Fleming, Frank Castillo, Cass Kendall, Brandon Milligan, Tom the Terminator, Hanky. Really cool. Oops. Eric Karros rookie prospect card. Might be worth some little tiny bit of money. He was pretty good in his day. What we got here? Who's that with Luke Gehrig? Looks like, Robin Ventura. The Idols, Lou Gehrig. Apparently that was probably one of his favorites. Ooh, it's not worth much, but that is really cool to see. How many of you seen the Manny Ramirez rookie draft pick card? That's just fun. Seeing that is 100% his rookie card, I am going to frame that one up to make sure we keep that one nice and good. Stop this thing. Here in Western New York, being as cold as it damn is, humidifier's running full time all day, every day. Okay. Got some different ones here on the back of this pile. So we look at more tops. Mickey Morandini, Mark Eichhorn, Blue Jay fans. There you go. He was in 89 games out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays in 1987. Just wild. Ryan Bowen, Delino DeShields, Hall of Famer Robin Yount, Cal Eldred. Look at the Jerry curls for Juan Guzman. Awesome. And Noakes, Jose Canseco, Bip Roberts, Steve Sachs. Pretty much the only guy that wasn't a Hall of Famer in that. Actually, no, I think he is a Hall of Famer. I take that back. We can get Mo Vaughn. Kids haven't had a chance to see Mo Vaughn. All I'm going to say is, wow. It was awesome. Art Howe, Ben McDonald, Steve Crichton, Pat Combs, Andy Van Slyke was one of those guys that was on everybody's prospect list back in the day. Ellis Burks, Mike Harrell. There we go. All-Star Jim Abbott. If you haven't had a chance to look at any of that story, you somehow don't know the story of Jim Abbott, there's a reason he's holding his glove like that, because he doesn't have a hand on that hand, or on that arm, I mean. So he would throw, flip the glove over to the other hand where he's just got done throwing it, and boom. There's a perfect case of perseverance, kids. Jeff Gerald Clark, Scotty Haddenberg, rookie, and Joe Carter. There you go. This young Joe Carter at that point does not know what he was in for that year, but it was a World Series victory. Paper ones, so Robin Ventura, Sean Barry, rookie, Dutch Dalton, Darren Dalton, for you wonderful friends of the 92 World Series, Philadelphia Phillies. Lenny Dykstra's probably not worth anything. Here's Paul Molitor before we stole him in 93. This might be the last year we did. Nope, it's a 92. Yeah, 92 card. Mickey Morandini should be in the Hall of Fame. Omar Vizquel. I know everybody says that he only had a glove, but come on. Played for like 20 years as a Gold Glover. You got to give him something there. Good stuff. Getting an avalanche. Darren Fletcher, Bobby Rose, Clear Ultras, Charles Nagy, Gary Reed, Pat Holmes, Otis Nixon, Lauren Charlton, Paul Gibson. It's a crappy pack of freaking Clear Ultra that this kid got. Mickey Morgan, Sean Kruger, and William Thoreau. That's pretty rough. I'm going to get a pile of beat up ones here before we get to the Stadium Club for another time. I don't want to keep everybody back. Wow, that John Franco's back. Beaten. I have that whole Fleer set somewhere. Ryan Klesko. Ooh, Magic Moments card. Ryan Klesko rookie. I didn't even notice that. Got distracted by the Magic. Put that in a pile of possibles. Clyde Drexler, All-Star. Derek Coleman. John Stockton was an NBA Hall of Famer. Charles Barkley. There's a Magic versus Michael. Magic again. Kevin Edwards. That name sounds really familiar too. I'm not a giant basketball guy, but there's a few. Make sure those get into the check me pile. Ron Darling. Now announcer Ron Darling. That looks for Lou Whitaker. Yep. Sweet Lou Whitaker. I loved these cards in the 90s. So let's say, oh my God. The youngest player ever. He looks like he's 3 years old in this picture. Blue Jays prospect, Sean Green. Gotta put Sean in a good pile. Gary Grant, Morris Cheeks, Dan Ferrari, Ella Alexandra, Kenny Walker, Mark Hilaire, twice. I'm gonna have to sort these out for that. Put that in that one thing's like, no, that's in the other set box. Nobody there. Hey, kids, Paul Molitor again. That's a cool card. I always forget how long he played. Ken Reamer, Ramon Martinez, Alan Trammell. So should be Hall of Famer. It's my 3D printers here is finishing up with something. Jim Carmine, Jeff Price. Back to tops. Barry Anderson, Sean Dunston, Leo Gomez, Keith Miller, Terry Steinbeck, Chris Carpenter. Wait, that can't be the right Chris Carpenter. No. Not the right year. It's Dennis Boyd. I'm in the Hall of Fame. Julio Franco. I'm just kidding. I was thinking Harold Baines. Sean Estes. Darren Dalton again. Roger McDowell. Candy Maldonado. I love Candy. In the World Series video, hearing him talk about hitting is very, very, very cool. In the 92 World Series one, that is. Candy's always talking about you gotta use your hands, gotta use your hands. Is that the John Farrell? There's our former Blue Jay manager, John Farrell, possibly. Cecil, Big Daddy, fielder. There's Omar again. Third year. Doug Henry, David Howard, Wes Chamberlain, Ken Caminiti. Such a sad story, Ken Caminiti. Monster player, though. Michael Huff, and we're going to get back to a few basketball cards again, because why the fudge not? Mark West. Is that who I think it is? Marky. Hakeem Olajuwon. That might be a rookie card. It's the right time frame. Nope, he actually was there for apparently a lot longer than I realized. Like I said, not a huge basketball fan outside of I watched Jordan as a kid and couldn't help but not watch Jordan. How do you not? The guy was a monster of his sport. Everybody watched Michael Jordan. Oh, that's pretty beat up. Greg Townsend. John Wetland. There's another Tom Henke. Chris Bosio. Don Robinson. Jeff Trendway. George Bell. MVP. Guy was still with the Blue Jays in 91. Damon Berryhill. We're going to get some football. Emily Harry. Munns, Steve Swell. That looks like a familiar face. Ray Chillers. Ooh, checklist. Yay. Ian Smith. Page. It's Stokes. Anthony Miller. Ooh, a Buffalo Bill. Maybe that's some good luck for today. That looks like Mr. Andre Reed. I was right. Ooh, we got a few of them. Don Beebe. Love Don Beebe. Charles Haley. That man ate people for the Cowboys too. Mike Sosha. Dave Johnson. Ooh, more bread. There's a post-rookie star, Jeff Bagwell. How many do you think those are? There's like a 30-card set, and then you got George Brett there, too. Like I said, these used to come in bread, if people didn't remember that. This is another reason to buy the, bread. Very interesting. And now we're at what, like I said, what looks like it's all top stadium clubs from here on. So I'm going to save that for another occasion as I'm, like I said, rifling through my friend Fred's old baseball cards here, hoping I get to find him some retirement money. So, Fred, if you're watching, greatly appreciate you just letting me rip through the box here, and we'll see what we can find you. But yeah, cool stuff. Sucks about that Bo Jackson. That would have been his retirement money right there. But we'll get that figured out. So, everybody, thank you very much for joining us on Pack Breaks and what ended up being a random card box day as well. We greatly appreciate the tuning in. For the 21 of you that are still somehow hanging out with me, I greatly appreciate it. I don't want to go diving through these and wasting another hour of everybody's time going through these, but I got some catching up to do. I got some cards here I got to get graded, or not graded, but get moving up and see where we go with these things. So greatly appreciate it. Check out the last couple of weeks on the Jaybird Watching podcast. I greatly appreciate y'all looking in here and checking things out. We've had a very fun last couple of weeks. We had former Major League Baseball player Jay Jackson on the show, along with the fact that we had Travis Snyder on this past week. So it was a very, very fun week for the last couple over here with the Jaybird Watching podcast. We greatly appreciate it. If you're watching here from any of the TNC Random Fandom podcasts, so we have a fun one for you. We got a couple people coming on this week to talk about Magic the Gathering cards. We're going to talk about that game and have some fun while we're doing it. And my friends are going to try and teach two people I have no idea what the hell they're doing how to play that game and see where we go. So it's going to be a fun time. So make sure y'all join us and have a great time. Until next time, I appreciate it. Cheers. See you, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Jaybird Watching podcast. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at BirdwatchingGC, and our YouTube channel. If you want to support the show and get extra content, please consider joining to our Patreon at patreon.com/birdwatchinggc. Go Jays, go.
Woo!